So for my model activity, for lab activity 3 this week, I've decided to base my model around Anderson's book, page 289, the displacement model, and activity 1 of this lab. So for this lab, basically, or for this activity, sorry, I've made my linkages model that it's going to be how it would work, the principle behind it, as opposed to just looking at it on a page. So I've got my point A at the center, point A, my point B on my circle, my point D is down 50 and over 30. So I'll show you from I'll show you as my sketch dimensions. My sketch dimensions prove that the line, every dimension matches what's in the question. 78 is a fixed length, 78. My P is always going to be 100 from my point C. And my point D is a fixed length from the line DC is a fixed length. So it's 120 based on what I've calculated. So I'm going to turn off my dimensions again. And I'll just explain then. So the basis around this model was that the point P moves linearly along the XY line as my point B rotates about my point A. My point C will rotate about my point D. So it's every 30 degrees. So imagine now, I've rotated 30 degrees now. This is what I'm going to call point B1. My point C has now moved along this fictional arc. And as it moves along this fictional arc, it will keep this length fixed, but this length is also fixed, but it will push point P further along my line. I'm going to call that point P1, like in the question. As I rotate my point B again along this circle, point C is further pushed down, and point P is also pushed further out. As I rotate the point back along, then my point C will rotate back up along my arc, and my point P will push back. So therefore, as I move my point B along my circle, the point C will move about this fictional arc, but it won't go any further, or it won't go any further back or forward. Therefore, my point P will have a maximum and minimum position along my XY line. Therefore, for this displacement diagram, you can see that point P will move linearly along the line, but also my point C will only move about a fixed distance along this arc.